sort of an offbeat interview for On the Water Anarchy for the 2009 Moth Worlds, brought to you by Mach 2 Boats, Mach2Boats.com. Sadie Babbitt, hello, darling.
Hi.
Look, I grabbed you because you've been roaming around, and we heard a rumor that you were producing something possibly for NPR.
It's a true rumor. I work for Only a Game. I'm an independent producer based here in Portland, Oregon. I've never covered any sailing events whatsoever, so this is my first time.
Well, so that's sort of what we're interested in. What did you think of this? You've been roaming around for 2-3 days now, talking to people with your microphone and not getting the wind noise that I always get because I don't give a shit. But what do you think of this? I mean, what do you think of this action?
This is absolutely incredible. I had no idea. I mean, first of all, the boats go super fast. I mean, 30 miles an hour. So that right there is exciting. The second thing is I was on the committee boat today and I was able to get all these great sounds because I'm always thinking in terms of sounds. And so you have like the horns going off and timers and all of this kind of stuff. And it was really exciting. And I think my prior, what do I want to say here? My perception of sailing was that it was going to be a really quiet affair, and I'm really excited because it's not quiet at all.
And these are quiet boats. Like if you got out and saw some of the races in some of the classes where there's 5 guys on a boat, the amount of yelling and splashing, these are really quiet boats, you know? So imagine that, you sort of double it, but it's interesting to get that perspective.
And it's interesting because when I came out here, I was expecting to hear sailors yelling back and forth and doing more of like the America's Cup thing, and I'd heard that. And they were absolutely silent. But what was great today is that you have the starting line, and right before they get ready to go, they all line up and they come out of the water, and there's just sort of this sound, and it was awesome.
So will we see? Or, I mean, I drive all over the country and I listen to Howard Stern and NPR. Basically, that's all I listen to. Will we hear a feature, you think, for the Moths?
Yes, I am working on a 7-minute radio feature for Only a Game. It's going to air next Saturday.
Really?
Only a Game will go up on satellite and fed out to NPR stations.
Really? Okay. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to give you a card.
Okay.
So you can send it to us so we can run it on Sailing Anarchy and throw another 10 or 20,000 hits your way.
That would be awesome.
Right.
We'd appreciate that.
Let me ask you another question.
Okay.
I know a lot of people that I deal with for sponsorship and regattas and yacht clubs and classes like the Moths. They're always looking for the key to how to get the media interested, how to get, you call up a TV station, you tell them what they're doing, they say, well, yeah, I mean, it's not easy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Kuma, leave him alone. Kuma, hey.
Is that your dog?
Ah, yeah, that's my dog.
I love it.
He's cool.
I have a big dog too, not quite as big as your dog. He's a lab border collie, but we think he may have like mastiff.
Little mastiff?
He's a pound puppy. Yeah.
So back to this.
Okay.
Give me some advice for our readers and our audience. How do they hook the media a little bit? How do they hook their local media? If they're going to have a cool event like this, how do they hook them? Because the media people hear sailing and they're like, how do you hook them?
That's the $64 question, isn't it?
Well, I'm asking you. You're a producer. I'm just an internet hack.
I think when you're trying to promote an event, you have to really try and appeal to what is the most exciting aspect of the event. And in the case of the Moths, I mean, these are super fast, experimental boats. And yeah, it is a great spectator sport. And for me, I keep my eyes, ears, and nose to the ground of sports happening around this area for Only a Game. And, I was literally like doing a Google search on sailing. And so if there's more, I guess, press releases going out, more information about sailing, that's going to show up in a Google hit, then you're probably going to get a few more people coming out here to cut. But I have to be honest with you, I expected to see local media out here. And I really haven't seen any local media.
There was 2 Portland TV stations in short spots, but they came out last Saturday for one day, and that was it. They get their 2 minutes and they're done.
I know, and that's the whole paradigm in journalism. It's short, it's quick, it's how much you can put into 2 minutes, and that doesn't do a whole lot for the sport.
No.
And it really is a disservice to viewers and listeners too, because there's so much. I mean, I've only been out here 2-3 days. And I probably need to spend like 4 or 5 more days to really capture the essence of what this is all about.
Well, we'll tell you what, we'll get your contact info and we'll get you to something really cool coming up in the next few months. All right?
That'd be awesome. I'd love it.
Onlyagame.com?
Onlyagame.org.
Check it out. NPR next Saturday. Sadie, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.